What's up guys, this is SK116 and today's live stream will be of creating a new park build on the Isla Nublar 1993 map. So we're gonna go into the sandbox, start the new chaos theory, and we're gonna go with all the regular whatever features it is. Dinosaur health is perfect, temperament docile, needs minimum, scientists are disabled, and this is what we are going to use. All buildings, Jurassic World, Jurassic Park buildings, or I can do some changes here, like set these to Jurassic Park buildings only, Jurassic Park staffs and guests. I think the theme should be focused only on the Jurassic Park. Let's go and let's start this game. Sandbox, Isla Nublar 1993. Let's see. Okay, so there you go. Here we are, the Isla Nublar 1993. They have provided us some beautiful decorations like things which we can use clearly to set up all the things that we need, like setting up some dinosaurs and all in there. First, the cleanup, gonna go into the fast forward mode. All dinosaurs are unlocked, Rosie, so I don't have to unlock any of the dinosaurs here. The first thing I need is to clear all the forest from these sections first. This is where my base of operations will be, and the first thing I need is to level this place up. So just to make sure I'm not okay, so this section looks leveled, and let's put the first thing that we need. So we only have the Jurassic Park buildings here. We're gonna be using only those buildings as per to our requirements. So first thing is this is our arrival point. We are building our arrival point here. So I want to build the park tour right away from here, but I'll have to rethink of things, how the park tour should work and all. First thing, let's connect this path, the main thoroughfare. So let me check the transportation. Yeah, the transportation isn't there, so there is no transportation things to worry about here, since I'm using only Jurassic Park buildings, which is obviously will be useful, because too much transportations and all things, because we don't have access to monorail. This is the Jurassic Park version. So first thing, let's connect this, build this thoroughfare first. I have a little ups and downs in this section, so we are going to level this place first. Let's level this. Okay. So I'm thinking of putting all the herbivore dinosaurs in this Jurassic Park Isla, in this Isla Nublar map. So let's see how much progress can we make. The next thing is the control center. So why not use the default visitor center like the ones we had in the game. Yes, let's place this visitor center right over here. Luxury white paths or the regular white paths. Take the regular white paths. At least it will look a little different then. Okay. Okay, this part is done. And the next things the guests are gonna need is hotels and other requirements. So we are going to place large hotels over. I'm gonna place one large hotel over here. Let me see. Okay, is it close to? Yeah, I know my park is close. Thank you for the information. There we go. Wide path or standard path. Let's take the white path. There we go. Okay, so next we need is the guest amenities building. So of course once the park is up and running, the guest amenity buildings will be utilized, means there will be too much guests here. So we are just going to use the large amenity building. Oh, this is the sandbox version, and we don't have to worry about cache or building the cache or things like that. Let's go with emergency shelters. Let's place one shelter over here and one restroom. Always these are things that always needed, like a combination. You need guest amenities, you need one large hotel, you need one shelter and extras and all things like that. My park's closed and we have got the buildings over to that section there. Thinking about the other buildings like the expedition center, staff center. We can have the staff center. It will look a little good if we place it. Like, okay, we have some buildings coverage. Let's place it right here. And a little, it should do. There we go. Okay, we got staff center. The next is paleo medical facility. Now I'm not putting the paleo medical facilities there. Okay, now let me see. Now I wanna create. Okay. Now let's go for a electrified fence. Let's set up some electrified fence. And I want to place this fence like this way, but it's not gonna be. So this is what something I'm planning to build. It's like something that this is the area I am trying to enclose, and all the other sections will be dinosaur enclosure. We do need a hatchery here. That's where we will be having our dinosaurs. We need to incubate the dinosaurs. So we will place one hatchery right over here. Hatchery building. Let's see, this sort is connected there, right? So we are on a good side and can extend this like this way. Make it like this. Should I extend this like, or no, let's let it be like this. So the main thoroughfare will connect from this point to, it's a little deviation with the path. Let's go that like this. Okay, and connect it to the white path. Okay, so we have a hatchery, and now we will put all the amenity shops and everything, like whatever number of guest amenity shops we have, all 3 right over there. Along with it, we will also build few more. There's another large guest amenities. Can they fit together? Let me see. They should fit here. Okay, and we need one more. The gift shop. There we go. This place looks a little empty. Let me see. Should I place some kind of operational building? Like we have one staff center there, and control center, response facility. Let's place another staff center. What's the problem? Shouldn't be any problem. Well, if we have to make any changes, we'll do it then later. And so we are going to build one enclosure right over here for our first dinosaurs that we are going to release. We will first go with the Archaeornithomimus groups. That's why I've chosen the small electrified fences, level 2 small electrified fences. That's all we are going to put. And the other mode of transportations will be the only park tour here. This is what we will have for our transportation. And with this park tour, I will be connecting to this whole island. So that's why I have set up multiple amenity shops there. Once we open the park, the guests will come and everything will be, if additional areas are required, we can place them over here for guest attractions. And we do have the aviary. We're not going to do this here. Other stops, if any additional buildings and amenity shops are required, we will place them over here. But for now, and we definitely will place one viewing gallery right over here. This is important. This is actually needed since we are building our first dinosaur enclosure there. So it's like I say, it's important that you have at least one viewing gallery set up. Okay, we have enough water section and we need to clear some extra water from here. We are gonna lay our tour tracks from this spot. So I would say this much area of water is enough for our Struthiomimus. This much should be enough. Clear out the rest. And let's place some trees. And what we have here, we got some trees. We'll place some little trees, covers and all. They like to have ground leaves. Put some ground leaves for our little dinosaurs, which we are going to incubate there. And I'm going to put the accelerated growth and going to put the additional bays and additional bays. Now I really like to have, it's like every enclosure should have its own hatchery, but I don't know if how many dinosaurs. Just take a look at, let's take a look at this, how many herbivores we have. Let's filter the herbivores for small, medium and large. Okay, so how many do we have here? Like, can we get a head count? Like 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 9. Okay, that's like 47 herbivore species total. So we have like 47 herbivore species together, and that's what we are trying to do. We are going to place 47 herbivore species in one single park. I'm not sure I will be able to fit them, but let's try with the first one, okay? So starting with the smaller ones, let's take the Archaeornithomimus. Go with its default skin pattern. Not going to change anything because everything is like a safety zone, and like none of the dinosaurs are gonna catch any diseases or anything, so we're on a good side. We are going to begin this task. How many viable batch sizes? 8. I think Archaeornithomimus likes to be total of 8 dinosaurs in one enclosure. So we are going to begin this task. And this is going to complete. Okay. And we have ground fruits. And I think I put the wrong selection here then. Let me get rid of this first here. And they need ground fruits, right? So let's place some ground fruits here. I think I might have to increase the enclosure size to make sure the dinosaurs are perfectly up. Sorry, hate when this happens. Hate this part. Okay, let's now delete these sections. So what we were gonna put here, ground fibers. So let's place more ground fibers. little forest. This should do. And let's release our first dinosaurs, Archaeornithomimus. So that's 1 out of 47. So the next objective is to go for the rest 47 species.
It's not quite the way we'd
Sorry,
want.
46 species.
Hopefully, working together, we can change that.
Lonely.
Sorry,
Come on.
I meant to introduce myself.
I
George
released
Lambert,
8 of
security
them.
specialist.
In forest
Our
levels,
challenges are
they're
many,
saying it's
so let's not waste any time.
35%. Okay, come on. It's gonna grow up. It's gonna expand.
There was a lot of controversy
Forest
about
requirements are
dinosaurs
going
being
to
the
expand.
ancestors
So
of
no
modern-day
worries there.
birds before this
Ground
one was
fruit is
introduced into
provided
the
like
park.
85 and all.
It's an
So,
Archaeornithomimus.
and I'm
I think it puts some of
going
those
to do
arguments
some
to rest.
sharing because that's the only way we can accommodate all the herbivores if we are planning to do so. So the likes of it are the ankylosaurs, hadrosaurs, and stegosaurs. Depending on the enclosures area, what I think I need here is to have one ankylosaur. On 1 or 2 ankylosaur will be a perfect combination. So let me go and check what the requirements are for the ankylosaur. And I mean ankylosaur means this one is also an ankylosaur. Giganotosaurus is also an ankylosaur, and Giganotosaurus likes all the ground fruit and ground likes too many. And what about my stegosaurus, the chunkingosaurus? If I take chunkingosaur, then ground fruit and requirements, also we get ground fruit requirements. So I think the best will be if I choose this chunkingosaur, because if I choose chunkingosaur, it fits right in. Okay, likes preferences will be stegosauroids. And with stegosauroids, we can have this chunkingosaur. Let me see the population. Minimum population needs is 1, and it satisfies the food source we have here. So I'm going to modify this. And yeah, just going to go with the default mangrove or any other DLC content. No, nothing. So we are going to go with the same thing, that's the same skin pattern we have already. That is the default. We're gonna just go and modify it. Okay, we are synthesizing the next chunkingosaur and going to select only 1 dinosaur here. Let's fast forward this. There we go. We have our second herbivore, that's the chunkingosaur, sharing the enclosure with one of its like species, the Archaeornithomimus. So,
Hey,
Rosie,
my name is Isaac Clement,
how
and
do you
it's
feel?
great to
Are
finally
you
meet you. I hope you're
happy
ready,
with this
because the
today's
dinosaurs
live
can't wait to
stream? I'm
meet you too.
practically doing this live stream here, special live stream.
First
and
discovered in
we
China,
are
the
going
Chunkingosaurus has
only with the
distinctive twin
herbivores.
plates
I
that run
know
along
that
its
you
back,
like
and it can swing its
to
spiked
have a
tail
mission
called the
based on only
Bagonizer like a
herbivores. So you can
massive
see
medieval
that this
mace.
one is
This is a
sharing with
dinosaur best observed at a
Archaeornithomimus, and
distance.
there are no problems with the requirements. We have enough space, and since this one is a small stegosaur, of course the space requirements will be fulfilled, and we have additional ground fruit. So we got 2 dinosaurs covered here now. And before I begin the park tour, I have to create all the enclosures for my dinos. So, moving on to the next part is I have this heavy fences. So I am going to create some separate sections everywhere. Let's see how we can do this. So this is where my part 2 route will be. So if I extend this 2 route, first things first, I'm gonna make this 2 route go perfectly like a straight line in this during this whole section. So before I begin with anything, I want to edit this tour to some extent so that I don't get confused where I will have to put my tracks and all. So this tour will be crossing this herbivore section, and let's point it to location here. Okay, so we have our first tracks are laid in this section, and we have 2 herbivores. And definitely I'm not going to connect this, because after I connect it, the tour will begin. And what's the point of starting the tour without my guests, actually? So next thing, yes, next part will be there will be one big fence enclosure that I will create from here. Let's see, extracting less. Yes, perfect. No, I'm not connecting. I'm just building this fence right beside it. Okay, let's just, come on. Yes. Okay, and now I'm not putting a gate there. Did I make this look good? Oh, sorry. And here, okay. So this section is not really looking that good. Let's modify it a little bit. Okay, how does this look now? So even this park tour is quite defended in this part, and we are going to put all the large sauropods in here, where they will be able to graze the whole section with their own. There will be no problems. Okay, now we will be extending this like this. Let me see. This connection path is correct, and yes, it looks straight. Any deviation? We check it again. Is this slightly deviated? Is this looks like slightly? Yeah, it does. It does look like slightly deviated. So check this and bring this straight line. So we also have to keep this in mind that we have multiple sauropods here, and every sauropod wants to have a separate enclosure for itself. That's what we need to make sure. So I'm kind of building an outline of this enclosure, what this will be like, and later I will connect it. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is looking straight. And what about this? I think there is a slight deviation, something. Well, if it's that minor, it's too hard to point if any of the fence are actually deviating from their path. Okay, so we have one big enclosure built up here. And definitely I'm going to put 2 sauropods. If I manage to place the sections properly, we can put even more than 2. there is still some slight adjustments needed. I think this is not correctly straight. I should make it from this point. Okay, and connect this. Okay. So we have got one big enclosure right here. Am I doing this correct? Okay. Let's... Come on. Okay, this is... So there we go. We got one enclosure created. Now let's see how many sauropods we have. Just do a little change with the large section. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sauropods. Okay, we have like 6 sauropods here. So we can fit 3 in this part, and along with them we will put all the other herbivores that we can. This will be okay if I place it here. And come on, this is going to be the straight line here. Okay. Okay, we got the second one built too. This is still not correct, not accurate as it needed to be. Man, this is tough. Really takes a lot of patience to just build this part. Oh, come on. Anyways, I'm just gonna go with this part. It's too much calculations needed there. hate this part. Okay, so we have got the 3 sections created, and let's put some water here. Also, I have to like make sure that I can set my park tours from inside here. Next will be my terrain formation for this section. Let's see if any of this terrain is not properly built. Okay, now for this section. Okay. Okay, so we got this part built, and we got one enclosure here, and we can place one over here. So these 3 enclosures can separate the other herbivores. So we got 6 enclosures for my 6 larger herbivores here. So let's release them while we can. Apatosaurus. Begin for Apatosaurus, begin for Brachiosaur. Next for my Camarasaur. My Dreadnoughtus. And this is for the Memencosaurus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This completes the 6 large herbivores, except the Therizino. I have to make a special enclosure for the Therizinosaurus. And I'm going to select one dinosaur from each of them. Minimum population requirement is 2. For Diplodocus, it's 2. And every other, it's only 1. So that's the way I will make the choice. Apatosaurus, Camarasaurus. I'm going to choose one perfect Apatosaur. That's 1. Camarasaurus going to be 2. Next, go with the Brachiosaur. Modifying genome. Yeah, it's already modified. Begin task. Next becomes the... Oh, sorry. Oh my god, I made a mistake. I had to choose Diplodocus for 2. Anyways. Begin task with Diplodocus. And the next is Dreadnoughtus. Okay, Apatosaurus is ready, and we are going to release the Apatosaurus with our airlift. I'm going to place Apatosaurus right here, and we will wait and see. Next is my Camarasaur, Brachiosaur. Select the eggs. Select a good one. Diplodocus, 2 needed. Dreadnoughtus, 1 needed. There we go. God, I could use the fast forward mode.
Asset in transit.
Okay, let's deploy. Come on, bring me my dinosaur over here. Quick. They definitely gonna need more forest feathers and all.
Asset delivered.
Right, much forest for
I'm
my
Dr. Henry Wu.
Apatosaurus.
I'm a scientist. Some might call me an artist, a sculptor. My sculptures
Okay,
are
what it
living,
needs
breathing
is
dinosaurs.
Tall leaf and tall leaf.
This massive specimen is called the Apatosaurus.
Apatosaurus.
An impressive animal that can intimidate even the most determined of predators. The Apatosaurus's evolutionary advantages are its size
Get rid of
and its
some
demeanor.
forest covers. Forest covers at 26 versus tall leaves at 23.
En route to pick up the asset. Asset has been collected. Confirming asset delivery.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Okay,
I'm Dr. Kajal
Camarasaurus is
Dua.
deployed, and
I'm
it
something of
also
a
likes
perfectionist,
tall leaf
and I demand it
tall
in others.
fruit.
So I expect that you'll do your best. I just wanted to make that clear. Oh, and welcome. Known as the chambered lizard, the Camarasaurus impresses with both its size and its blunt snout. It prefers to live in groups, a challenge, but one I'm confident you can handle.
Okay, what am I missing? I provided tall leaf and tall nuts. Tall leaf and tall nuts, that's a combination. There we go. Providing a few more tall nuts. Tall nut also provide ground nuts. That means we can have Pyroraptor here, sharing the enclosure with the Camarasaurus. Let's go to the hatchery and see other. Let's first complete the requirement that we have. Brachiosaurus. Next will be the Brachiosaur. Here we
Asset to
are
be
bringing
collected.
the Brachiosaur.
Commencing asset transit. Asset transportation complete.
Claire Deering. She's gone from manager to advocate. She's a
Okay, we have
survivor,
got the Brachiosaur. It
a
needs
result of her
tall nuts.
interactions with the dinosaurs
Where are
and
my
her
tall
headstrong
nuts?
nature.
There we go. We got the tall nuts here.
Okay,
Let's provide
what we have
tall
here is a
nuts
Brachiosaurus. It has
fill
long
this area.
limbs relative to the rest of
Open
its body.
space.
And what
Come
makes
on,
it
open
really
space
unique
issues.
is that it's a warm-blooded dinosaur. I mean, how amazing is it that in bringing these dinosaurs back, we're also learning so much about them?
Hey, what's the skin pattern it's using? Amazon. So likes to be with the ceratopsids. Ceratopsids, hadrosaurs. These are some good signs. So now we need to look for the others. And we got these placed here. Okay, my next one is Diplodocus, and it's gonna need tall fruit releasing by airlift, transporting Diplodocus to their new enclosure, which is going to be this one, because
Acknowledging
this
asset
one
collection
is the
request.
biggest of the others. And we can provide the requirements for the Diplodocus. Tall fruit was what they mentioned, right? Tall fruit and tall fibers. So
Transit
let's
has
place
commenced.
enough tall fruits and tall fibers.
Transportation underway.
Get rid of this additional excess water section here. So let's wait and observe. First they are deployed, and we'll see if we
Asset
have
has been
successfully provided the requirement. Forest
Another
cover is
massive
needed.
animal.
Okay.
The Diplodocus was once
So
considered
forest
the
section
longest
is needed.
animal that
Let's
ever lived.
will
And
provide
now,
the forest
thanks to our
cover.
extensive research, it's back. My task is to make
This
sure we
should
learn
go up.
everything
Tall
we
fruit
can about this
requirement. We have
dinosaur.
maximum tall
Your
fruit
task
coverage,
is
and
making
yeah,
sure these
that is
magnificent
good.
creatures can
So
survive
we
in the
have
modern
provided
world.
the food source, we have provided water, open space, everything is looking good for these Diplodocus here. Next we need to, for the, what's the next dino? Dreadnoughtus. Releasing by airlift, putting the Dreadnoughtus in this part. Or this part. I mean, let's play this
En
this
route to
part.
collect the
It's
asset.
Dreadnoughtus we're talking about here. Until it gets placed, let's see what else. Dreadnoughtus and Mamenchosaurus. Random large appetite. Large appetite. I want to fix this dino requirements of having large appetite.
Transporting asset.
Since we have we created this enclosure for the Mamenchosaur, we can do one thing, is place another enclosure like this.
Asset transported.
Hey, Owen Grady here. I'll keep it brief. And that's it. Done. This animal, though an herbivore, can intimidate most predators with its size. It's a biggie named Dreadnoughtus. I'd give this dinosaur a wide berth.
Come on, where is it? And is this looking good? Okay. So in this small section, I think we should be able to accommodate the Therizinosaur. Doesn't need that much space. A little water and ground leaf will provide the requirements for the Therizinosaur. Now let's go and check it out. Let's see. What if we Mamenchosaur? We have the eggs for Mamenchosaur. There we go. And let's go for the Therizinosaur. Let's take a different skin pattern. Let's take this one, Death Valley. With little baits. Death Valley with little baits. Okay, Mamenchosaurus is done. Releasing via airlift. This is my Diplodocus. This is... where was the other one I dropped here? I think I placed it over here. Dreadnoughtus. Okay, I forgot to place the water here for Dreadnoughtus. There we go. We have water, and we place a few more. Okay. Let's do something like share it in all the 3 enclosures. Next we need is tall fiber and tall fruit. Tall fruit, here we go. We get tall fruit from here. And tall fiber. And this is tall fiber, right? We place here tall fiber, replacing a little more forest covers. And open space. Okay, open space. clear up some areas. Forest covers goes a little down. So we have tall fruit and tall fiber, and we can also put some other dinosaurs here sharing this enclosure. So last one is that part. Memencosaurus. Let's place the Memencosaur. I don't know if I provided all the necessary area needed for the Memencosaur, but I think it will hold.
Assets in the air.
The next thing I need here is the Jurassic gates buildup. So there's gonna be one Jurassic gate entry point here, and the rest gonna go with the average gates and all, and one entry point, one exit
Delivery
point will be on the back side or something. Let's
Okay,
make it like
this
this.
dinosaur
Will
is
be more
something
iconic
special.
if I place it like
Seriously,
this.
look at the size of this thing. It's called the Memenchosaurus. This thing is one of the largest animals to ever
we have
walk
got
the
the
earth.
Memenchosaur.
And now,
It
thanks to
needs
the
tall
wonders of
leaves.
genetic engineering, it's doing just that
Tall
again.
leaf, okay. So we have got all the large herbivores provided, along with the final one, that's the Therizinosaur. We placing this one over
Collecting
here.
asset. Asset transportation underway. Asset delivery confirmed.
Just when you think you've seen it all, along comes the Therizinosaurus. And believe it or not, those huge claws you see, they actually help to feed on vegetation. For real. But, just do me one favor, okay? Don't let it near my hair with those things.
Okay, so we have that build. Now let's edit the spark tour of this section. Well, this tour is gonna go like this and gonna go straight down. Make it, sorry. Oh. Oh, seriously? Okay, then I guess I'll have to make a detour like this. Okay, this part is done, and from the center point I'll take this tour. Something from here. Oh, it's getting in water like this. Okay, got this connected. Let's circle this section of the Therizinosaur enclosure, and that connects this point. Let's go straight ahead, return back to the originating point. Going to place this part light over. Okay, so I want my track to pass like this and cross from this point and travel like this. So if I want to do it that way, let's build the iconic Jurassic gates here again. I'll have these gates at here, one point over here. That's one there. Another one over here. And another one right here. And it's not my route won't be exiting from this point, so it's going to be like this. I'm gonna place it like this. So track, and let me just delete this part first. Okay, and next we are now to connect this. Let's go like this, following our existing path. Now we can put something here. This space can also be used to have some kind of dinosaur or like a decoration. We can put something there. I'm going to go straight here, connect this, gonna go straight and connect this point. Make a deviation like this. Gonna go straight this route. Okay. Oops, sorry. I wanted to put this Jurassic Park gate. If I place this here, it will be just fine. Okay. Okay, now time to share this enclosure with their like species. What they want to have is tall leaf. And this is tall leaf and tall fruit. and ornithomosauroids and ceratopsians and enclosures. Let's have some ceratopsids and Phyllisaurid. Let's see. So the larger ones are completed. Now go with the smaller ones. As per my smaller ones, we have this ceratopsid here, Chasmosaur. Chasmosaur likes to be with the ankylosauroids, and so one Chasmosaur with one ankylosauroid, that is the Cryptonosaurus. So let's go with the Cryptonosaur, but this Cryptonosaurus will require ground fruit, ground leaf, and ground nuts. Very complicated. This also has okay, first thing, let's go with the Chasmosaur first. It's aggressive. Let's take one aggressive Chasmosaur. Let's take two.
Asset requiring collection.
This is too much water source. We don't need this much water source here.
Asset being transported.
We're going to cut this section. Small. There we go. Much better.
Asset transportation in progress.
Okay, you guys
Talk about
are
the opposite
deployed
of
here.
subtle.
You need
And
ground
I don't
leaf
mean Owen.
and other
No, this
things.
is the
Ground leaf, right?
Chasmosaurus. It
So
has
I'm going to
dynamic
provide
coloring
you
and
with
these
ground
large
leaf.
openings called fenestrae in a frill that rises above its head. This is a dinosaur that
There
says,
you go.
"Look at me."
Since these are
So,
very
maybe a
small
little like
herbivores and they don't need ample food source and all, this will be just adequate. So since we have ground leaf, we can also have a like species in this enclosure which likes to have ground leaf. And I just know the right species which likes to have ground leaf. The Dryosaurus. Dryosaurus likes to have, yeah, Calamimus. It likes ground leaves too. So we are gonna go with Calamimus. Take some random, since we are going with 1993. I just want to take the random pattern. Okay, Gallimimus. How much is needed? Minimum population for Gallimimus is 6. Okay, 6, right? Let's take the 6. Okay, now we are going to release it.
Asset collection request received. Heading to collect the asset. Transporting asset. Transit has commenced. Asset has been delivered.
Some of these animals
Okay.
present a real test of our abilities. Take, for instance, this latest
Okay,
dinosaur,
I'm trying
the
to do
Gallimimus.
what
It's an
I
opportunistic
can. Okay,
omnivore
it's
that does
not that
best in
easy.
groups. That
Apologies,
alone
Mike.
isn't the
Your
problem.
the chat
But the
messages
speed.
didn't load properly, so I
Gallimimus is
couldn't read
incredibly
all
fast,
those messages that
which
you have.
presents special challenges for the ranger teams
Okay.
tasked with monitoring them.
So I'm going to free all the dinosaurs from here, and this is we have got like 3 of them. That's how
Delivery
much
has
we
been
have total,
completed.
like 47. So now how much is remaining? We have
transportation
like
in progress.
2 species here. That's 6
Transportation complete.
large herbivores, and this one's makes 7, and this is 8 and 9, 10 and 11. So we have
Confirming
11
asset delivery.
species right now. We have 11 species, and the area left to us is this spot completely. And also we need to share the dinosaurs in this place. We still have one more dinosaur that we can share. Put here. Doesn't likes to be with Chasmosaur, but the cohabitation requirement is at 15%. Ground leaf is okay, so they need a little more ground leaf since it's already been. Let's provide a few more ground leaves at some of these locations. Okay. Okay, ground leaf provided. Now for my Camarasaurus. Camarasauruses likes to have tall leaf and tall nuts. Tall nuts, so they still have ground nuts with it. So we are gonna go with my hadrosaur here. I'll go with the favorite hadrosaur of mine. Let me just quickly change it to medium, and I'm gonna go. Corythosaurus likes to have ground fibers, right? Parasaurolophus, where is it? Ground nut lover, Parasaurolophus. There we go. Default skin patterns. Thirsty is gonna correct this. And Parasaurolophus maximum 4 population likes to be with sauropods, ornithomosauroids, and Maiasaura. We begin the task. Let's see, can we fit Maiasaura here too? Maiasaura likes the Parasaurolophus. They are like species and they do like ground nuts too. We are going to put Maiasaura also, since it also likes 4 of them. The Parasaurolophus and Maiasaura, 4 from each of these species. Release this via airlift. There we go.
Assets in the air. Asset has been delivered.
Okay, so this next dinosaur, the Parasaurolophus, has a flair for the dramatic, especially where its head is concerned. It has a distinctive cranial crest, which is used for added resonance in its vocalizations and to regulate its body temperature.
Asset transportation underway. Delivery has been completed.
Okay, we got the Parasaurolophus now. Let's go for Maiasaura.
Collecting asset. Asset collection request received. Asset in transit. Commencing asset transit. Asset has been transported.
This animal, the Maiasaura, is known as the Good Mother reptile because its fossils were first discovered in a nesting colony. And really, who doesn't love a good mother?
Asset has been collected. Delivery complete.
Okay, let's check the requirements for Maiasaura. Ground nuts is enough and they need like ground fiber. So we have ground fruit and ground fiber. Let's place ground fibers just for this dinosaur.
Asset being transported. Asset delivered.
Okay, we got 3 population, 1 more needed. Open space is increasing to 57.
Asset delivery confirmed.
Okay, looking good. Now let me check this with the Camarasaur. Camarasaur is looking good. The Maiasaurs are looking good with the Parasaurolophus. Where is my Parasaurolophus? That beautiful dinosaur. Whoa, look at that. Everything is perfect here then. And now for my Brachiosaurs. Brachiosaurs, they like tall nuts. Tall nuts, right? Tall nuts, and this is tall nut and ground. Okay, this is that combination. So we are going to place, let's see, stegosaurs. We can also put stegosaurs there. Tall nuts and they like ground fruit and ground fiber. They will get that combination already. So should go with the stegosaur. Make this dinosaur have a small appetite so they don't utilize too much food. Stegosaurs leaves like 4, right? So 4 stegosaurs. 4 stegosauruses. Ground fiber 36. Ground fruit is going to be 31 for service, and release this area left. Place and release the stegosaurs right here where the food source is. So we have the
Transportation
Archaeornithomimus, Gallimimus, and just the one thing, one dinosaur we need to fit in this enclosure will be the Struthiomimus, and that will be just perfect. If I can just
Asset
place
has
the
been collected.
Struthiomimus there too.
Before I got into the paleo-curation game, even I knew of the Stegosaurus. Those plates running along its length from
So
head
it
to
can
tail
also
make it
coexist
one of the
with
most iconic
Ornithomatoids,
dinosaurs.
Struthiomimus,
Our guests
and
are gonna want to see
Hadrosaur.
it, so make sure you do right
And
by
we
this
can
animal.
also choose to have a hadrosaur which likes these food sources. Let me see which hadrosaur likes ground fruit. Yeah, ground fruit. So Oranosaurus, we can have Oranosaurus there too. Sorry, random, right? Health, thirsty, gonna fix this, and also less appetite. Sure.
Exporting asset.
Oranosaurus.
Asset
Let's take
transportation
Oranosaur.
complete.
4 of these Oranosauruses. Oh. Okay, they just needed
Asset
2.
transported.
Anyways, I just
Acknowledging asset collection
let's
request.
drop 4 of them.
Asset transportation underway.
Okay, so we don't have ground fruit and ground fibers here. Okay. Tall fruit and tall fiber. Let's replace this section
Transportation
with
complete.
ground fruit and ground fiber.
This one's more my speed. The
And about my
Uranosaurus is named after the
brachiosaurs,
Arabic
then
word
what
for
did I put
courage,
there?
which
Tall
is kind of my
nuts
thing.
is at
This
47.
dinosaur is easy to care for and really only wants a comfortable place to eat and rest.
Well,
and to
that
be left
won't
alone.
hurt him too much. We
Sound
just
like anyone
at
you know?
47, 1% less than the threshold requirement, so it's
Assets
just
in the
okay.
air. Asset transportation complete.
So how many species we got? 6, 7. That the larger ones comprises to make 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 15 herbivore species as of now. 15 herbivores. And we also need to share them. Why is this
Hey,
Diplodocus
I've gone like
hungry?
hours
Doesn't make
without a
sense.
snack.
Come on,
And I
eat
know how that
something.
makes me feel. So imagine how a dinosaur
up,
feels
come
when
on.
it's hungry.
So the Diplodocus likes to be with the other hadrosaurs and ankylosaurs. So let's go and drop some hadrosaur in the Diplodocus enclosure. Hadrosaur, we can choose the Corethosaurus and also the Edmontosaur, but hadrosaurs can't coexist. Okay, let's go with the Corethosaur. Let's go with Corethosaur. And less small appetite, less food sources will be needed. Corethosaur, how much population is needed for Corethosaur again? 4. They need ground fibers. Okay.
Heading to collect the asset. Asset requiring collection. Transportation underway. Asset in transit. Asset being transported. Delivery has been completed.
This dinosaur, the Giganotosaurus, is a duck-billed animal that looks
so
like
we
it's wearing
already
a
have
helmet.
ground fiber, so no
check that
problem
thing out.
that.
I wouldn't want to butt
Space
heads with it.
limitation is the thing. So transporting Giganotosaurus, okay, looking good. And what next we can have here with Giganotosaurs ornithomosauroids, we can have the Struthiomimus. No. The Floyd. Let me check it again. We have the Gallimimus and this is the, yes, we can have the Struthiomimus there. Either the Struthiomimus or the Ankylosaur. Let's select the small one. So we have got the I didn't choose the Cryptonosaur. This is an Ankylosaur. So it leads, we already have ground fruit and ground nuts. And what else we need is the ground leaf. So minimum population needs 3. So let's place the Cryptonosaurus there. Adaptation to smaller spaces. Area requirement grows. Let's reduce this. Cryptonosaur. Begin this task. Come on.
Asset delivered.
So 3 eggs, right? Let's take 3. Okay, likes to have ground leaf, ground nuts, and ground fruits. Okay.
Transportation complete.
Ground leaf, ground nuts, and ground fruit.
Asset to be collected.
So all we need is to provide some little amount of ground leaf. Place this ground
Transit has
leaf
commenced.
in this place. So they will likely to stay over to this part mostly.
Asset transportation in progress.
Forest cover, I'm amazed. The forest cover is at 100%. This dino reads the forest requirements at 100%. That's good. Enclosure is basically helping.
Asset
There's a
transit.
big enclosure.
Asset has been transported.
Ah, the Crichtonsaurus. Named after the author, Michael Crichton.
Yes, we
Famous
all
for
know
his stories about
Cryptonosaurus.
infectious viruses, sentient nanobots, and also a novel on ancient animals, which I quite enjoyed. This is a social dinosaur that does well in groups.
Delivery complete.
Seriously, I'm missing ground nuts. Ground nuts. Okay, this is where I get my ground nuts. Okay. Okay, where I place a little bit of ground nuts. This will do. territorial requirements. We have enough amount of ground leaf and ground food, ground nut for this dinosaur. I mean, it's too much already. Okay guys, so I'll be back in 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, alright? So until then, you guys just enjoy some of the dinosaur life, okay? Enjoy the scenery with the ceratosaurs and the other ones until I get back, okay? Taking a break. See you guys in 15 minutes. Okay, so I think it will take some time to build this to set all the herbivores in this map. So I'm thinking of calling this stream off for today. So this will be our progress for this new Isla Nublar. So this is the progress we have done. There's the arrival point, and we have set up the guest amenities because these will fill up completely and pretty fast once the park tour begins. And here we have all the herbivores. So this is going to be herbivore only park. So as of now, we got how many species? Let's take a head count first. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So we have like 17 species. And we need to fit 37 more, so it's quite challenging. Can we be able to fit 37 more species in the remaining sections, whatever we have? So we'll continue with this mission Isla Nublar park build in our next live stream, and I thank you guys for joining me with this one. I got some urgent work that I need to do, and some herbivore and some new carnivore battles are going to come up next. So if you want to enjoy watching some dino fights, there is going to be another live stream with dinosaur battles just after this one is over. So see you guys in the next dinosaur fight live stream. Okay, this is SK116 signing out. Goodbye.